And good morning, everybody. It is now officially 5:04 in the morning. Got myself here now on the screen. I'm working the screen recording situation. We right now it's not looking real strong. I had to go ahead and just schedule myself the dash because this little area here is not, which is really kind of weird because everything else around here shows busy except for the area that I need to be in. And the reason I need to be in this area is running on a electric scooter like I do. I need to be able to keep my scooter charged. If I were to drain my scooter all the way down to empty, it takes 7 hours or whatever to fully charge it totally, which we don't always need a full charge. Oh, okay, so now we just right here. Looks like we just got our business popped up. We got our we scheduled ourselves from 5:30 to 9 a.m. just because that's what came up. So, but we're gonna go ahead and dash now because it says we're busy. Probably White Castle, quite honestly, is gonna be the one, and that's gonna be right here. Let me put my pencil on there and change it to red today. This little spot right here, White Castle, 0.3 miles away from where I'm at currently. A lot of times I'll go up to Panera. I can charge my scooter on their wall outside because I do like to smoke, and of course you're definitely not smoking inside anymore. But so now we are actually, when we went ahead right there and hit dash now, that just turned us on. So something picked up, either a couple dashers that are already out right now dropped off and they needed more, or we're gonna get rid of the pencil. And so as you can see, right here, it's showing $0 on there because we have not even taken a delivery yet. We just started a half hour ago. We turned it on, and nothing is popping off. So my little Panera doesn't open up until 6. Which generally will put us into a little bit busier of an area, which is going to be over, kind of more over here. We got through here, we got a McDonald's, we got a Taco Bell, we got a Jersey Mike's, Maya's Bagels. Maya's Bagels apparently is a big one, and I don't understand it because their bagels are, boy, I tell you what, that place is expensive. That I've never tried it. I guess maybe just because I've always said they're just too expensive and I'm poor. I don't know. But there's supposed to be some serious stuff going on over there. In the mornings, early. But I came across a video the other day talking about time blocking. Which was actually relatively interesting to me because, a lot of times you think in DoorDash, you do a job like DoorDash where, if you're not moving, you're not making money. Well, I mean, right now it's slow anyway. There's nothing really going on. However, this is the time that I do like to get things going right now because breakfast is getting ready to pop off, I believe. So we went ahead and scheduled ourselves from 5:30 to 9. We'll probably extend that because breakfast I don't believe is going to end at 9. It'll probably go to about 10 or 11. And then we're going to try to take a little bit of a break and come back for the lunch shift, which generally is going to start about 11:30. That's when people start doing their lunch. Start running our own time frame there. We're going to hit the lunch shift from 11 to we'll probably go to, I don't know, this is the first time I'm trying this is today. It's kind of a test run also. So first and foremost, if the business is there, I'm just going to keep going. Now there are times where you're just just sitting there waiting, and it does get frustrating because you're just sitting there waiting for orders. Nothing's coming through. But you know what? It's just a time of day where people are at work, people are doing their thing. Nobody's really ordering food, unless you work some goofy shift or you're in a situation where you're just, I don't know, decided at 3 in the afternoon, which is generally 3 in the afternoon that's probably the worst time of the world, I believe, to DoorDash. And I'm guessing that's because people they're still at work. They're finishing up their day. They're getting ready to finish up their day. They're not ordering a whole lot of DoorDash. They don't have a whole lot going on. But I'm trying to figure out how to make more money doing this. How can I make this work? What steps am I doing right? What steps am I doing wrong? So what I'm hoping is that somebody's going to come on here, or they're going to see this channel, they're going to say, you know what, I got the same problems, I got the same things going on, let's talk about it. Leave me a message. Tell me what your thoughts are. Tell me what makes you successful as a DoorDasher, especially if you're doing it on a bicycle or a scooter, because I don't even own a car. All I have is my electric scooter. If you're in a car, those little busy areas that I showed you earlier, I could have gone to. I would have spent more gas. So was that more profitable? Was it, did I drive over to this other areas, in a car because I can go farther, and I can go faster, or did I waste money on gas, on car insurance, on registration? What's the best way to accomplish what I'm trying to do here? And to be honest with you, what I'm trying to do here right now is support myself straight off of DoorDash. And it's a process. I just got to learn the process a little better than what I've been doing it. A lot of times that's taking orders you just don't want to take, and because you know what, the store is just a horrible area. The store is, the customer service in the store is miserable. So you just said, you know what, I'm never coming back to this place again because you're not getting helped anyway. Sometimes you just got to take those orders. Maybe it's a $3 order, and you're just irritated because that customer didn't tip you, because it's you got to pay $3. I think DoorDash pays you $2 to $2.50 or something like that, and that customer ordered. There was a situation yesterday where there was an order that came through from Taco Bell. It literally paid $2 to take this order, which is what DoorDash's base starting pay is. It's $2, and it was 4 meals to go. I think it was only like 2 miles, I guess, but 2 miles is still pretty good distance. But to get paid $2 for somebody that ordered 4 separate individual meals, it's 4 different people. You know what? You 4 people couldn't get together and throw in $1, and that DoorDash order would have got taken, real quick, because that's an extra $4. That's an extra $4 tip right there. You would have made $6 on that order. It would have been definitely worth it. What's the situation? Do you always take the everybody says no, turn down the orders that aren't, tip, or the amount of money you're making versus the amount of money you're getting paid. A lot of people say take everything, no matter what. If it's there, just take it. But if I took that $2 Taco Bell order, because I was doing that and going and 2 miles, and 2 miles on a scooter is actually a little bit of a distance. I mean, in all reality, my scooter maxes out at 25 miles an hour. So, I knew where the place was. It wouldn't have been a bad delivery. It really wouldn't have. And if there would have been any kind of money on there, I would have taken it. But I turned it down. But also, while I'm taking that order from Taco Bell for $2, did I miss out on another order that would have paid me more because I was on that delivery? And the better paying order went to a different dasher. Or did I skip that $2 that I could have made and I didn't make now, and nothing else came through? So then I really could have. That's $2 I didn't have. You know what? DoorDash, if you're not moving, you're not making money. As you can see right now, our little area is still, isn't a whole lot going on. There's just White Castles. You got Denny's, which is right next to very close to where I'm at. Starbucks, which is, that's 1.2 miles away just to even get to Starbucks. And I'm not a big fan of Starbucks because it's generally coffee. Of course, it's Starbucks, which is going to make it harder to do on the scooter, because you got to make sure that coffee gets there without getting spilt, without getting, people don't want their coffee splashed up on the top of their lid or whatever it is. If you're doing this job, you want to provide customer service to these people. You want to provide the service that they're paying for, and get them a quality product in a timely fashion. So, you got the time frame you got to consider. You got to consider the amount of money you're getting paid. You got to consider where it's going, if you can deliver it, how you can deliver it, and if you can get it there in a way that's going to make that customer happy. There's so many issues out there talking about your ratings. If they're worth anything or not. You're supposed to get, like see here, ratings. Okay, so my acceptance rating is only 16%. Now, there's a big debate out there right now saying, hey, you get your acceptance rating up to 50%, you get your acceptance rating up to 75%, you get your acceptance rating up to 100%. Those different tier levels are supposed to send you better orders. They're supposed to send you more higher paying orders, and as it goes on, you got your completion rating here. Okay, 95% is what my completion rating is. It says it's good. Obviously, you want 100% completion rating. That being, you accepted the order, you took the order, you got the order there. Well, there's a couple times that I've, accidentally accepted orders that I didn't want to take or that I wasn't going to take, and then I had to turn it down. So that put me back down. Now, as you can see here, also right at this right here, 90% could put you at a risk of deactivation. I've never even been close to this. In fact, I don't even know why I'm only at 95%. That's really kind of weird. I'm usually up at 100% or 99%. Your on time. I'm sorry. Your on time rating. How many times did you get there in the time frame that DoorDash said you were going to get there? Okay, I've been late on 2 orders out of 98%. Out of 98, out of 100 orders, I was late 2 times. Most likely for me, not to sound arrogant or whatever, it was most likely because the restaurant was just running slow, or they just didn't treat me right. So DoorDash calculates that as well. You've got quality rate. How many orders did you get to your person without a problem? One order was out of the last 60 looks like 60 orders. I had one that had an issue, and it was one order report. Let's see what the order was that I didn't get done right. Something I missed somewhere. It was here, a Speedway. Took no issues. Now this is supposed to be on a rotating basis, so all these no issues going through are a good thing because they're going to get that rating up. And I'm not finding a problem. There are minor issues. Taco Bell. Customer received the order. The correct order was delivered. No damaged items. There's a missing Taco Bell. See, okay, so there's where we come into an issue as well. Taco Bell didn't put in the cinnamon twists for this order. That's not something that I have control over because Taco Bell, now all the restaurants, they seal the bags up. I can't necessarily look in every bag and make sure everything's there. I just got to assume that the restaurant's doing their job right. So I had one minor issue that has brought my acceptance rating or my quality rating down to 99%, which is still very high, but it's because of that one order that I should still be at 100%. And I didn't have any control over that, unfortunately. It's one of those things you got to deal with. There's just nothing you can do about it. Customer rating 4.91%. Based on the last 100 most delivered ratings, right here. Let's go back there. Where'd that screen go? Oh, that's just telling you about what was going on. Means the customer basically went on and you get those little surveys that pop up. Now it says 2 orders were excluded, and it was because of something that DoorDash realized. You know what? Right here we understand there's things that aren't related because of me, like the long merchant wait. The merchant made a mistake on an order, some kind of customer fraud, or the order was already late when they even offered it to me, probably because it was an order that the person didn't tip at all, and the DoorDashers kept turning the order down and saying, I don't want to take that order. And you can turn down as many orders as you want, which is where your acceptance rating comes into play. This here. Mine's pretty low. Now, again, that's something I gotta play a game with. I gotta try to figure out. Am I turning down orders that I don't need to turn down, where I could have made that a little extra money, thinking that I just didn't like that restaurant, like maybe the Starbucks. Could I have gotten the coffee there without having an issue for the customer? Was it just too far? Sometimes DoorDash even registered as a bicycle or as a scooter. They'll try to send me an order that's 15 miles away, and I just can't take it. It just won't go. Won't go that far. So there's a lot of different variables that come into play. So we're going to go back to Dash. We're going to return to our Dash. And we are still not doing a whole lot. We've been logged on now for about a half hour, and I haven't had one order come through. This is a goofy time of the day. People are either on their way to work, getting up, getting ready to go to work. Like I said, now I only scheduled myself to DoorDash till 9:30, but that's just because that's what the app said I could do. They said, okay, we need dashers at this time frame between 5 and 9:30. We can go here. Schedule. Boom. Now I'm right now scheduled from, as you can see, right here. I like this pencil. I'm not really good at using it, but this little drawing thing on here, I just think it's cool. From 5:30 to 9 a.m. Now you can go on here. I can edit it. Well, I gotta get rid of my pencil to be able to do that. There we go. And now let's see if it'll let me extend it out till we'll just say 12. Save dash. Okay, so now we're actually scheduled to work from 5:30 to 12 p.m. So no matter what happens, I can keep my DoorDash app on, and even if the area is slow, where it wouldn't let me log on before, I can keep it logged on at minimum till 12 o'clock. I could even extend it out. A lot of times I just extend it out till the latest time it'll let me go, and then that way I just know that I can do that. However, I did come across this video about time blocking, and are you just wearing yourself down? Are you working so much because you think you need to make the amount of money you think you need to make? And I'm having issues looking up here at the camera, or actually looking at myself. So I don't know what kind of view you're getting on this. I'm working on the screen editing thing, so I apologize for that. Or am I just keeping this thing on, wearing myself down, and then the next day I'm really not accomplishing anything because I'm just tired. Just don't feel like doing it now because I did it for 15 hours. I worked 12 hours yesterday, or whatever it may be. I don't know. I'm working through it. But I'll tell you what. If you are come across this channel, if you're a DoorDasher, leave me a comment on here. Tell me what makes you successful. Tell me what you think you do right. Tell me what you think you do wrong. Tell me what processes you've tried out and didn't work. What processes you've tried out and worked great. Maybe you got a question for me. I'm definitely not the expert DoorDasher. I think I have a total of about 2,000 dashes over my entire DoorDash career. I guess you would call it. I don't know if you'd call it a career or not. But over how long I've been doing it, I've got about 2,000 dashes. Maybe I can help you out. Maybe I can give you an answer that you need. But like I said, let's get some comments going through here and get some chats going through here, and try to help each other out, help each other make some more money, and maybe you've got a great idea that I just didn't think of, and I could really use, or maybe there's something that I'm doing that you didn't think of. So anyway, that's all I'm going to go with for now. This video's already gotten a little bit long, so I apologize for that. And I'm still trying to. I'm going to do a little screenshot of this. There we go. Because I'm also having problems with my tags or my thumbnail on YouTube videos. I've just got horrible pictures going up there. I don't that just are not attractive at all. And if it were me and I looked at the video, I'd just swipe right through it. I wouldn't even look at it just because the guy's videos was stupid. So anyway, that's all I got right now, folks. I'm Banger T. All I'm gonna tell you is keep pushing, keep trying. Don't give up on it, no matter what it is in your life. Keep it running. Always ride the lightning. Always ride safe. Make sure you're wearing a helmet, folks. I'm telling you, always wear a helmet. It is absolutely necessary. And always try to have a good day. Folks, I'm Banger T. I'm out.